in the motherfucking house.
What's going on, you sexy subscribers? It's Afraz, Four Corners Fitness. Welcome to another episode of Cookin' Carney, aka Carnivore Cookin'. Today we're gonna make a sizzling patty cake, and I know what you're wondering, Afraz, you're carnivore, you can't eat cake. Well, my friend, I'm about to prove you wrong, because what we're about to make is a patty cake. Literally a cake made out of a patty. All you need are two things for this. You need ground beef. I'm just gonna use 1 pound. Shout out to Juha Ranch. And then you need 2 eggs, which we're only gonna use 2 egg yolks. So just gonna use these 2 farm fresh eggs. All right, guys. So we got the ground beef right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this open. That's 1 pound of ground beef right there. And what we're gonna do is just kind of mash into it and create an opening for where we're gonna drop the egg yolks. Break these eggs till we get just the yolk. Oh, well, that yolk fell in the trash can, so all we do is break this egg. So we got 1 yolk instead of 2, which is fine.
Making this money so I did not stress. Ooh, I fell in love with finesse. Counting this money so I worry less. Ooh, I fell in love with finesse. Stacking it up so I can invest. Ooh, I fell in love with finesse. In love with money so I think I'm obsessed. Ooh, I fell in love with finesse. Making this money so I did not stress. Ooh, I fell in love with finesse. Counting this money so I worry less. Ooh, I fell in love with finesse.
All right, now we're gonna add some more salt and pepper on. This is technically gonna be the bottom. Right here. We're gonna throw this on the pan first, and then some more pepper. So what's really gonna help crust up this side of the meat. And remember, guys, it's just 1 pound of ground beef. Nothing too major, nothing too crazy here. By now, this pan is pretty hot. So what we're gonna do is drop a little bit of butter into the pan. There's enough fat in the actual meat itself for it to cook, but we're adding just a little bit of butter so that the butter browns and we get a nice crust on our patty. So this should brown real quick. This is just Kerrygold's butter. All right, throw that down here. I'm gonna just let you hear the sizzle. Put the mic right next to it so you can hear it. Hear all that sizzle action. All right. Now we're just gonna hang out for a second. This is browning in front of our very eyes. So, all we're gonna do is take what we have right now here and then just drop it into the bowl. Just like that. All right, now this is gonna just flatten out a little bit. And depending how thick you want your patty, that's up to you. I think I like it just like that. All right, then I'm gonna set a timer for 3 minutes. Start that timer. The stove is on 6 out of 6 to 9 or high or whatever. And then we gotta do one more thing. We gotta put the lid on top. Now the lid is important because the lid is what's gonna help, trap in all the steam. It's actually going to help cook the burger as well because of that steam. And when we have as you can see, we have about 3 minutes on the timer. And so as soon as this timer beeps, maybe until we have like a minute left, we're going to salt and pepper this side and then flip it over. All right, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. I got 5 seconds left. We're going to go ahead and turn this over. Now this is a whole pound of ground beef, so you gotta, usually it's harder to turn it, but we're just gonna go ahead and flip that over. And that's perfect. That browning that we have, that crust that's formed, that's because of the pepper as well as the butter that we let brown earlier. So actually we're done with this. Do that in the sink. Now another couple minutes on here and we'll be good to go. Now this, I put 3 minutes on this side, but I don't usually let it sit for all 3 minutes because the pan is already screaming fucking hot. So I don't usually let it sit on there that whole time. But yeah, we'll come back with the finished product here in a bit. But yeah, thing is, I just want to let you guys know that this is a pretty easy item that you can cook. It's literally take from start to finish. I think it'll take maybe 15 minutes, and there's not many dishes. We're actually going to be eating it right off the pan. That's why it's a sizzling patty cake, and sizzling, and with the apostrophe, you know. And the thing is, this is a very quick way to make a meal. All you need is a pound of ground beef and a couple egg yolks, or in my case, one egg yolk, because the other one I broke over the trash can and it just fell in there. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let it go for maybe another minute. Right now, there's about 2 minutes left on the timer. So as soon as it gets to like maybe 30 seconds left on the timer, I'm gonna pull it off and then let it sit, because the heat from the pan is gonna keep, the residual heat is gonna keep cooking that patty in there. So we don't want it to get overcooked. And I know what you're thinking. Hey, this is ground beef. Shouldn't you cook it all the way through? Fuck no, because that shit goes right through you. So we're not gonna cook it all the way through. We're gonna cook it about medium rare-ish. We still want to see red. I still want the inside to be kind of raw. And I eat this pretty much every other day, so I know it's pretty safe. And like I told you guys, I've been reiterating in all my videos that eating your food not as cooked is much easier on your gut. That's just the way it is for me. If it's not for you, then no worries. All right, we just got to about 40 seconds, so we're gonna go ahead and take the pan off and put it on the table. All right, guys, we're here with the finished product. We got a patty cake. Literally, this is one big ass patty inside of a pan, and the reason I'm leaving it in the pan is because the pan is hot. So here we go. Here's an action close-up. Now, if you see, fuck! God damn, that was hot. Alright. If you see here, it's not cooked all the way through. I'm gonna clean this up real quick though. Alright, well, now that I've thoroughly scorched myself, I guess it's time to finally eat. The thing with the patty cake, it's gonna stay hot for a long time. Most of the time when we get our food, put it on a plate, it gets cold. It's kind of like the sizzling fajitas you see at Mexican restaurants. So, yeah. Also, that shit kind of hurt, but the burn isn't as bad because it was butter. That butter and like animal fat. Not as bad as fucking canola oil would be. Well, if you can see on the inside, it's pretty pink. We slightly like overcooked it, but I'm not tripping. It still tastes good. And all the sauce that we have here, it's all the fat that actually came out of the burger or the patty. I mean, this isn't a burger. We need a bunch of processed bullshit on top of it. But yeah, pretty easy recipe for you guys to make at home. All you gotta do is follow along. Pound of ground beef, 2 egg yolks, and you're good. Just remember, don't burn yourself and don't crack egg yolks over the trash can, because they will fall and that shit will hurt. But yeah, another added benefit to this, your boy just moved out a while back, so trying to clean as little dishes as possible. This definitely helps save a plate. Pretty fire. I don't know if I can call this a mukbang, because you know, actually, you know what? I might just leave this raw and unedited. Call it a mukbang and go from there. Now, usually I'll put salt over all the pink parts, but since I have all these juices and the burger is very, you know, it was pretty fatty. I'm pretty sure this meat is like 80-20. I can use the fat from the pan. Man, anyways, talk to you about my life's going and shit. My goal for this month is to make 10 videos for this personal channel, 10 videos for my minority ENT channel, and then I have some work goals as well. So, kind of, starting the new month off, writing down my goals, what I want to accomplish, and all that. It's a pretty healthy thing to do. I'm not one of these I'm not like improvement pill or better than yesterday type of YouTube channels. So I don't have like some grand storyboard to draw you guys, but journaling, goal setting, all that shit, it definitely works. Writing down your goals works really well. Yesterday when I went shopping at Market Street, I probably wouldn't have recorded that video if I didn't set my goal to drop 10 videos this month for this channel. That's about 2 to 3 videos a week for the month of July. I want them to be like of high value to you guys as well. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. I mean, I'm not really in this for the YouTube fame or the money or whatever. The minority ET channel is there for that. This is actually my self journal to see where I've come, I have like 150 videos on the channel, but a lot of them are just like self vlogs where I'm just talking to the camera, and those are unlisted. They're private because they're mostly for me, but I post the fitness and nutrition stuff because I like it. That's my passion. I am a corrective exercise carnivore, and I talk when I have food in my mouth. If you don't like it, you can click off the video. It's cool. You won't offend me. I promise. It's pretty hard to do that. But yeah, pretty solid meal. Almost done with it. A few years ago, I posted this vlog. It was called Grocery Vlog. I might put it up if there's enough interest, but we'll see. It's called Grocery Vlog number 1. In it, I remember getting like 3 pounds of ground beef, and I was like, yeah, this will last me about 3 days because I'm gonna eat 8 ounces every meal. And now it's like I eat like 8 ounces, so there's 16 ounces in a pound. I'll eat close to 1.5 to 2 pounds of meat every day now. So I'm like, what would my past self think of me, right? But also it's kind of like one of these things where that past self was right after I tore my ACL, a long time before I got diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. A long time before I discovered actual corrective exercise. So, Eckhart Tolle has this saying, we have to die before we die. And what that pretty much means is our old person, our old way of living has to come to an end before we move on to the new person. Most people are scared of dying, but like I'm scared of not being born, into like my next self. And this is some metaphysical woo-woo stuff. It's definitely out there, but it's like I talk about it with my friends all the time, and my girlfriend and my family as well. It's like the Afraz from back then, the Afraz from pre-torn ACL is gone. There's barely any remnants of him left in me right now. And I can say that confidently. And for sure. Because I was a different person back then. I didn't know as much. I hadn't experienced as much. And our experiences do truly make us. And so, just think about that, right? Like, who we were in middle school is 0% of who we are today. I can say that confidently. Now, some people, it takes longer. Some people stay in a phase of their life a long time. I was there as well. But eventually, the old persona of us dies and makes way for a new persona. But yeah, damn, did not expect this to get like, metaphysical and philosophical and shit, but just remember, your next, like, we're changing all the time. So who you were, yeah, even yesterday, is not who you could be today or tomorrow. Like, if yesterday you were an overweight, sedentary, old person, and you go to the gym today, now you're a obese, active person who's trying to get fit. So as long as you keep that up, keep up the consistency, you'll do great. And I'm really surprised I haven't used much salt in this meal. I mean, I've salted the fuck out of this before and during, but usually, like, I have my salt on hand all the time. But yeah, this was fire. Yeah, it's a full pound of ground beef. Gone in like 10 minutes. Calling you out, Nicolas Cage. Gone in 60 seconds. But yeah, another thing I get asked a lot is, like, people talk about, like, it's like, don't you drink water during your meals? And no, water dilutes your stomach acid, so I don't really fuck with it. But yeah, this is pretty cool, man. This is kind of like a carnivore podcast. It's like cooking and chilling with a fries. I don't know. Ooh. Damn, I don't know if I ate that too fast, but that shit was fire. And that's pretty much it. And today, right now, it's 6:51 p.m. And I won't eat again until tomorrow at, I don't know, probably like 11:15-ish. So, yeah, every day it's like 7 to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 16 hours. 16-hour fast minimum every day. This is just the way I like doing things and what works for me. Everyone's different though, so don't let what I do be what you do. There's very few people who actually even need to go 100% carnivore. But if you have a lot of food allergies, or you have, some issues, bodily issues or gut issues, skin, digestion issues that you want to deal with, and you want to do an elimination diet, carnivore is a great way to go. And yeah, I feel good right now. I feel good right now, just fucking going off and just riffing off of this. And I think I'm going to upload this entire thing. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if it's 25 minutes long. I don't care if nobody watches it. I'm going to come back and watch my own videos because that's what I love fucking doing. And I believe in myself a lot. And I appreciate you guys if you stayed this long to hear me talk and eat. You literally just watched me eat. And you know what's crazy? I do it all the time where while I'm eating, I'm talking, I'm watching other YouTubers eat. Like, I've seen so many day in the life of a carnivore videos, like mostly Frank Tufano's videos, where he's just talking and I'm like, man, I'm literally watching this guy eat as I eat. So maybe this will inspire you to eat some beef or try out some carnivore cooking. And if it does, I'm real happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish, but this is the greatest carnivore podcast, mukbang, cooking, instructional video of all time. Of all time. Peace.